Attention all smartphone users, now get ready for the ultimate battery comparison. In this video, the battery life battle of this century is about to begin as we compare the top 3 custom ROMs available in the market, Pixel Experience Plus, Pixel OS and Aero OS. We'll be pushing each ROM to its limit, examining their performance and user experience to find the true battery life champion. We are going to charge all 3 ROMs to the max 100% and do some extreme tests and see how fast their batteries drain. We'll also see how hot they get by measuring their temperature on every test. It's going to be fun and exciting race to see which one lasts the longest. So grab a charger and get ready. Now it's time for the ultimate battery comparison. I am testing these custom ROMs on my same device Redmi Note 8 and they are all based on the latest version of Android 13 and have received the latest security update of January 5, 2023. To ensure fair comparison, all 3 custom ROMs are using the same Quicksilver kernel by default. So now without further ado, let's start the ultimate test. So all these 3 custom ROMs have full 100% battery and have identical applications installed. Also, every settings on each custom ROMs are similar with full maximum brightness. Now let's drain their batteries to 0%. So first of all, I'll start with Antutu Benchmark test. I'll run the test on each phone at the same time and you can see the current temperature and battery percent of each ROM on the screen. So now the Antutu test is completed and you can see their scores on the screen. In terms of score, Pixel Experience Plus has won the battle with the score of 231047 and then Aero OS comes in second position with score of 202148 and then Pixel OS with score of 202082. And talking about battery drainage while doing this Antutu benchmark test, Pixel Experience Plus seems to drain most battery percentage with a drop of 6% and both Pixel OS and Aero OS has same battery drop of 4%. And similarly, talking about a temperature rise while doing this test, Pixel Experience Plus and Pixel OS both have similar rise in temperature which is of 4 degrees Celsius and Aero OS has 5 degrees Celsius rise in temperature. So now I'll show you the time taken by each ROM to complete this Antutu benchmark test. Talking about time, Aero OS completed the test in shortest amount of time in 10:43 minutes, while Pixel OS took 10:61 minutes and Pixel Experience Plus took 10.66 minutes to complete the test. So now let's jump onto doing Geekbench test. I'll start the Geekbench test on every ROM at the same time and you can see current temperature and battery percentage of each ROM on the screen. So after about 6 minutes, the test is completed on every ROM. All the ROMs took almost identical time to complete the test. Here Aero OS and Pixel OS took exact same time to complete the test, which is 6 minutes 81 seconds, whereas Pixel Experience Plus took 6 minutes 91 seconds to complete the Geekbench test. And you can see their scores on the screen. Talking about scores, Pixel OS has the highest score for single core, the score is 300 and for multi-core, the score is 1294 and then comes Aero OS with single core score of 298 and multi-core score of 1238 and at last there is Pixel Experience Plus with single core score of 296 and multi-core score of 1232. The scores are almost identical on every ROMs. And talking about battery drainage while doing this test, Pixel OS and Aero OS has same identical battery drop of 3%. And Pixel Experience Plus has 4% battery drop while doing this Geekbench test. And at last, let's talk about temperature increment. Talking about temperature, ArrowOS has the least rise in temperature of 3 degrees Celsius, whereas Pixel Experience Plus and Pixel OS has same rise in temperature, which is of 4 degrees Celsius. Now let's try 3D Mark test, and I'll perform every test available inside this 3D Mark. At first I'll do wildlife test, but it's asking for downloading to perform the test, so let's compare this downloading test as well. I'll tap on download button on all 3 devices at the same time, and you can see the current temperature and battery percent on the screen. So now the downloading process is completed in about 4 minutes. So here Pixel Experience Plus has taken the longest time to download, which is of 4 minutes and 8 seconds, whereas Pixel OS has taken 3 minutes and 6 seconds, and ArrowOS has taken 3 minutes and 63 seconds to download this wildlife thing. And while downloading, every ROM has shown different battery drop and thermal results. Here ArrowOS has shown the battery drop of 1% and temperature drop of 1 degree Celsius, whereas Pixel OS has shown battery drop of 1% and a temperature drop of 2 degrees Celsius. And at last, Pixel Experience Plus has shown the battery drop of 2% and temperature drop of 1 degree Celsius. While downloading, all 3 ROMs did not show rise in temperature, but instead showed decrease in temperature. So now seeing the results, let's start this 3D Mark wildlife test. I'll run this test on all 3 custom ROMs at the same time, and you can see their current temperature and battery percentage on the screen. So after about 1 minute, the wildlife test is completed, and talking about time taken to complete this test, Pixel OS has taken the shortest amount of time, which is 1 minute and 43 seconds, whereas ArrowOS has taken 1 minute and 45 seconds, and Pixel Experience Plus with 1 minute and 46 seconds to complete this wildlife test. And talking about wildlife score, ArrowOS has highest score, which is 494, and then Pixel OS with score of 492, and at last Pixel Experience Plus with 378 score. And talking about battery drain and temperature rise, both Pixel Experience Plus and ArrowOS did not show any change in temperature and battery percent, whereas Pixel OS has shown 1% battery drain with no change in temperature. Now after this wildlife test, let's jump into our next test, which is wildlife extreme test. Like other tests, in this test also I'll start the test at the same time on all the custom ROMs on each device, and you can see the current temperature and battery percent on the screen as usual. To now, both Pixel OS and ArrowOS has similar battery percentage, but Pixel Experience Plus is 4% behind in terms of battery. So after about 20 minutes, the test is completed, and in this time period, ArrowOS has maintained its battery percentage better than other 2 ROMs, with only 8% drop and 2 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, whereas Pixel OS and Pixel Experience Plus has some battery drain, which is of 9%, and it is same. But Pixel OS has 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature, whereas Pixel Experience Plus has 2 degrees Celsius rise in temperature. And talking about the time taken to complete this test, Pixel OS and ArrowOS has almost similar results. ArrowOS took 20 minutes and 55 seconds to complete the test, whereas Pixel OS has taken the time of 20 minutes and 56 seconds, and Pixel Experience Plus has the highest time consumption, which is of 21 minutes and 61 seconds. And talking about their scores, Pixel OS and ArrowOS has similar best loop score of 498, and Pixel Experience Plus has shown the best loop score of 384, but in terms of stability, Pixel Experience Plus has better score with 99.5%, whereas both Pixel and ArrowOS have same stability score of 99.4%. So now after this wildlife stress test, let's jump into slingshot extreme test. Before starting this test, we need to download it. So I'll tap on download button on all three custom ROMs at the same time, and you can see the current temperature and battery percentage of each ROM on the screen. So now the downloading process is completed in less than a minute, and Pixel Experience Plus as well as Pixel OS both took exact same time of 36 seconds, whereas Arrow OS took 1 minute and 15 seconds to download this Slingshot Extreme. And in between this time, all the custom ROMs did not show any change in temperature as well as on battery percentage. Now after downloading this, let's start this Slingshot Extreme test. I'll press on start button at the same time on each phone. After about 4 minutes, the test is completed on all three ROMs. So talking about time taken, Pixel Experience Plus has taken the shortest time of 4 minutes and 3 seconds, whereas Pixel OS and Arrow OS took exact same time of 4 minutes and 5 seconds. And you can see the overall score given by each ROM on the screen. In terms of score, Pixel OS and Arrow OS has tie-to-tie results, but Pixel OS has little higher score, which is 1259, and Arrow OS has the score of 1256, but Pixel Experience Plus has lowest score among them, which is 1172. And in between the test, Pixel Experience Plus and Pixel OS has similar battery drain and temperature change, which is of 2% battery drain and no change in temperature, whereas Arrow OS has 2% battery drain and 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature. So after this Slingshot Extreme test, now let's jump into our last test in this 3D Mark app, which is Slingshot test. I'll tap on run button at the same time on every custom ROM as usual, and you can see current temperature and battery percent of each ROM on the screen. So after almost about 4 minutes, the Slingshot test is completed, and you can see the overall score on each ROM on the screen. Here Pixel OS has the highest score, which is 1921. And after Pixel OS, there is Arrow OS with a score of 1914. And at last, there is Pixel Experience Plus with score of 1833. And talking about time taken, all the ROM completed in almost same time. Pixel OS and Arrow OS has exact same number, which is 4 minutes and 3 seconds, whereas Pixel Experience Plus took time of 4 minutes and 5 seconds. And talking about battery drainage, both Pixel OS and Arrow OS has similar battery drain, which is of 2%, whereas Pixel Experience Plus has least battery drop, which is of 1% only. And talking about thermal management, all three custom ROMs has shown similar results with only 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature. So now we have completed all the tests that were inside 3D Mark app. Now after 3D Mark, I'll perform extreme CPU throttling test on each custom ROMs. So this CPU throttling app, so now I'll press on that start button on this CPU throttling app on all three custom ROMs at the same time, and you can see their current temperature as well as battery percent on the screen. I'll perform this test for exact 15 minutes. So now the test is completed, and you can see the results on the screen. Both Pixel OS and Arrow OS has similar results. On both ROMs, no any CPU thermal throttling is detected, whereas on Pixel Experience Plus, CPU has throttled to 88% of its maximum performance. And while doing this test, Arrow OS has shown the least battery drainage of 14% only, whereas Pixel OS and Pixel Experience Plus has shown the battery drop of 15% and 19% simultaneously. But this Pixel Experience Plus has shown least rise in temperature with 11 degrees Celsius, whereas Arrow OS has shown 12 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, and Pixel OS has shown 13 degrees Celsius temperature rise after performing CPU throttling test. So after this extreme CPU throttling test, which has consumed more than 10% battery just in 15 minutes, we'll head towards games section. I have installed lots of games. I'll start with Subway Surfer. I'll tap on Subway Surfer app on every room at the same time and we'll play this game for 30 minutes. And you can see the current temperature and battery percentage on the screen. So I have played this game for about 30 minutes, and in between this time ROS has again maintained its battery temperature better than other two rooms. After 30 minutes of playing, ROS has only 8% of battery drop and 8 degrees Celsius downfall in temperature, whereas Pixel Experience Plus has 11% of battery drain with 7 degrees Celsius drop in temperature. And at last, ROS has 12% of battery drain with 7 degrees Celsius downfall in temperature. Now, after playing Subway Surfer, I'll open this TikTok app for 30 minutes straight. I'll open TikTok at the same time on each room and you can see current temperature and battery status on the screen. So now 30 minutes have passed away, and in between this time Pixel Experience Plus has drained highest battery with 18% drop and 8 degrees Celsius downfall in temperature, whereas ROS has 14% battery drop with only 2 degrees Celsius drop in temperature, and Pixel OS has only 14% battery drop and 2 degrees Celsius downfall in temperature. So until now I have done 11 different tests and it's been more than 2 hours. The phone is going through different tests continuously. And for now, Pixel Experience Plus has least battery percentage, which is 22%, and then Pixel OS with 30% of battery, and ROS is in number 1 in terms of battery management for now with 39% of battery. Now I'll head towards my next test. So now I'll play a music video on YouTube with 720p resolution. I'll open YouTube app at the same time on all 3 custom rooms and play same music video for 1 hour, and let's see which one performs best. And you can see current temperature and battery percentage on the screen. So now it's been 30 minutes. YouTube video is continuously playing on all 3 rooms, and after 30 minutes let's check its performance scores. As you can see, after 30 minutes both ROS and Pixel OS has the same number of battery drain, which is of 14%, whereas Pixel Experience Plus has battery drain of 16%. And talking about temperature, all 3 custom ROMs have same identical change in temperature, which is of 2 degrees Celsius drop. And soon every custom ROM's battery will be finished. So let's see which one give up at last. As you can see, Pixel Experience Plus has completely drained its battery and it has played YouTube for 42 minutes and 1 second. And Pixel OS and Arrow OS still have few battery left on them. Let's see which one will win this battle. So as you can see, after 61 minutes, Pixel OS has also given up and the last battery temperature was 29 degrees Celsius in it, whereas Arrow OS is still playing the video and it has played YouTube video of 1 hour and 9 minutes and is now automatically switching to next video. And this Arrow OS has played this another video for 19 minutes and 2 seconds and finally gave up, which means this Arrow OS has played YouTube video for 1 hour and 28 minutes. Now I'll show the final results on this YouTube app, which was performed by 3 different custom ROMs. This Pixel Experience Plus ROM has played YouTube for 42 minutes and 1 second, whereas Pixel OS has played YouTube video for 61 minutes and this Arrow OS has played YouTube video for the longest time, and which is 1 hour and 28 minutes. And in between that time, Pixel Experience Plus has 22% of battery drop and 9 degrees Celsius downfall in temperature, whereas on Pixel OS 28% of battery drainage was seen with 3 degrees Celsius downfall in temperature, and on Arrow OS 39% of battery drainage was seen with 2 degrees Celsius drop in temperature. So now let's talk about the overall results. Pixel Experience Plus comes in 3rd position and lasts for 3 hours and 4 minutes. Whereas Pixel OS comes in 2nd place and is very close to Arrow OS and lasted for 3 hours and 43 minutes. And we all know which one is our winner. It's Arrow OS, which lasted for 3 hours and 55 minutes. In this video, I have done lots of tests in between 3 custom ROMs and found that Arrow OS has performed better and won the battle, but it's important to note that every custom ROM will perform differently on different devices. So while these results are a good starting point, be sure to do your own research and testing before installing any of these ROMs on your device. And remember, all 3 of these custom ROMs have their own unique features and strength, so you are sure to find one that fits your need. Also, I have made a separate comparison video between these same 3 ROMs in terms of features and customizations, which you can watch from the description section below. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have used any of these custom ROMs, you can share your experience on comment section below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video, and if you find this video useful, subscribe to Craxoid. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.